In the hazy haze of Hollywood, where glamour and pressure always go hand in hand, Jamie Dornan, an Irish actor, was once a familiar name in the British fashion and television industry. But it was only when he played Christian Grey in the 50 Shades series that he truly broke through, stepping into the ranks of global stars. 50 Shades changed my life, Jamie frankly admitted in a recent interview. From model to silver screen phenomenon. Before his career in cinema, Jamie Dornan was known as the sexiest lingerie model in the world, having been the face of Calvin Klein, Dior and many luxury brands. But it was the role of Christian Grey, a mysterious, powerful man torn by psychological trauma, that opened a whole new door for him. 50 Shades of Grey was an opportunity I never dreamed of. When I got the role, I knew my life would never be the same, Jamie shared. I wasn't just playing a character, I was stepping into a global pop culture icon. The spotlight and the cost. The fame came like a whirlwind. Dornan was the focus of press, huge premieres, and endless debates about the film's provocative content. But he didn't shy away. There was pressure, of course. I was very aware of what the film represented, and the critical scrutiny. But I also learned how to stand my ground, how to defend the artistic values that I believe in. Playing Christian Grey also put Jamie on a more complex acting path. He was forced to delve into the character's psychology, embodying the dark, vulnerable and lustful aspects, no small challenge for any actor. An undeniable milestone. Since 50 Shades, Jamie Dornan has been continuously invited to participate in many diverse film projects such as The Fall, Anthropoid, A Private War, Belfast, where he proved his ability to go beyond his handsome appearance. I am grateful to Grey. Without that movie, I would not have the career I have today. Whether people love or hate this character, I have learned a lot, about acting, about myself and about the entertainment world. Conclusion. At the age of 40, Jamie Dornan is no longer just a sex symbol of a series of hot movies. He is a living proof of the transformation from easygoing aura to a serious artistic journey. And 50 Shades, despite the controversy, is still a fateful milestone in his life. I may not be Christian Grey, but Christian Grey was there, at the right time, and changed my whole world. I'm not Christian Grey, but I lived with him for many years. When asked about his relationship with the famous character Christian Grey, Jamie Dornan did not deny the complexity. There was a time when I felt swallowed up by the shadow of Grey, he said. People would see me on the street and call me Christian. There were times when I felt suffocated, like I was being reduced to a role. However, instead of running away, Jamie chose to talk. He did not try to erase the past, but learned to separate it in a healthy way. Grey is a part of my career. I cherish that role, but I also want the audience to know that there are many other sides to me to explore. Family, where he finds balance. An important support in Dornan's career journey is family. He is married to actress and musician Amelia Warner, a relationship that is kept private, in a world full of scandal. When I come home, I'm not a star. I'm a husband, a father. I do the dishes, I change diapers, I take my kids to school, and that keeps me sane. It reminds me that fame is fleeting, and that real value lies in love and responsibility. Jamie is now a father of 3 daughters. Being a father has taught me a gentleness, a patience, things that Christian Grey doesn't always have, he laughs. Breaking stereotypes, reinventing himself. After 50 Shades, many actors were easily stereotyped. But Dornan deftly broke that stereotype with a series of deep roles in The Fall, as the murderer Paul Spector, Belfast, as an emotional wartime father, and most recently The Tourist, a psychological action series that has critics looking at him in a different light. I've always been afraid of being labeled, so I actively choose roles that are unsafe, uncomfortable. If I'm not scared of a role, then it's probably not challenging enough. Dornan is also not shy about his fear of failure. I came to acting late. I've been rejected dozens of times. Maybe that's what makes me take every opportunity seriously, and never rest on my laurels. A legacy called Grey. Although time has passed, and Jamie has passed the peak of the 50 Shades series, the echoes of the role of Christian Grey still remain, as a special legacy. It not only changed Jamie's career, but also changed the way audiences view the boundary between commercial and artistic cinema. When I look back on that journey, Jamie says, I don't feel ashamed, I don't feel regret. I see a young man who dared to step into the most difficult role, in front of millions of eyes. And I'm proud that I came out of it, stronger, more self-aware. When the lights go out, what remains is the artist's essence. People often only see the red carpet, the perfectly tailored suits, the smiles for the camera. But they don't see the long nights struggling with the script, the hours of self-doubt, or the pressure to always be the best version of someone. Jamie Dornan shared this when asked about the journey of an actor in the glamorous but fierce world of Hollywood. For him, 50 Shades is a special train station, where everything becomes brilliant, but also where it requires the courage to know, to get off at the right time. There was a time when I was stuck in the image of Christian Grey. But I didn't choose to break it by rebelling. I chose to build new layers, as a killer in The Fall, a touching father in Belfast, an amnesiac rediscovering himself in The Tourist. Each role is a step forward to affirm that Jamie Dornan is not just one color. A message to those entering the acting world. When you enter this industry, people will tell you to be like someone else. Be more handsome, more masculine, more outstanding. But the only thing you should try to keep is yourself. No matter how the world tries to squeeze you into a mold, remember that being different is what makes you valuable. Jamie admits that without 50 Shades, he would not have had the opportunities to make films with director Kenneth Branagh or be nominated for prestigious awards. But it is the way he keeps going, quietly, disciplined, and persistent, that makes Jamie Dornan a phenomenon into an icon. Conclusion. In a forgetful industry where people can be celebrated today and replaced tomorrow, Jamie Dornan is the model for an artist who plays the long game. He doesn't need scandals to get attention, doesn't need shocking statements to steal the show. What he chooses is quality and consistency. 50 Shades was the door, but it was Jamie Dornan who walked through it himself.